Hey, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy back at you with another video. And today I want to talk about the Lakers. And I just looked at the records, and the Lakers are 24 and 26 on the season. And you got these fools out here talking about they can turn their season around. This season is over, okay? Okay? And, let's just face it, man. If I'm the Lakers right now, I would put a deal on the table. Trade Anthony Davis. Please trade Anthony Davis. Stop wasting your time. Because all he does, he played Thursday night. This is like the first game he played in almost 2 months? Like a month, I think it's a month and a half. And he gets hurt in that and doesn't play in Charlotte. That's just not a good look. Then you got Bron. Bron doesn't play in Charlotte and in Philadelphia. Doesn't play that. But he been fine the whole time. All of a sudden now, he missed 2 games in a row. They sitting on it last night. Lakers are 24 and 25. They don't even play. That's my problem. But yeah, we got people on YouTube that's been sneak dissing Kobe. And I know Kobe and Mike and all them, but I don't think those Kobe and Mike, I don't think those guys would have missed a game that you needed. Because from here on out, every game for the Los Angeles Lakers is a playoff game. It is a playoff game. They have no room for error. They are in the 9th spot in the Western Conference. And I know a lot of people want to ignore my videos, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff because you guys like to sugarcoat shit. You do never want to be honest. You never want to hold. When we going to start holding Bron accountable? You missed the game, and they need you. Anthony Davis. This dude is fragile as a piece of glass. But all I hear is a bunch of excuses, man. That's all I hear is a bunch of excuses, man. The excuses just continue to keep coming. And I know after the video, I'm going to hear more excuses, man. Excuses, excuses, excuses. And I'm going to say this. If the Lakers keep fucking around, they're going to be in the 10th spot. And then he might be in the 11th, 12th spot. They're going to keep falling and falling and falling. And they're going to be out of the playoffs. And AD and Bron, they sitting on the bench laughing it up. Lakers out there getting their ass whipped. But it was a good comeback from Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Getting their ass whipped, and they sitting on the bench laughing. Shit is a joke to you? Come on, man. You almost what? Today is the 29th? Tuesday what? Today what? So Tuesday is February. And the Lakers ain't even 500? And you sitting on the bench laughing? Like it's a joke? All you guys do is sit around, just make a bunch of excuses for them. Fire Frank Vogel for what? with this mess of a team? For this mess of a team, you want to fire Frank Vogel. Go out there. The Philly game, they got humiliated. They played a little better last night. And, I know people going with the narrative that, Russell Westbrook showed out and he played a great game. But that's not enough. The key thing is you lost. You lost. You lost to Charlotte. I mean, why would you start DeAndre Jordan? The dude is virtually useless, man. He can't even hit free throws. You ain't been getting no time and missed all them free throws. Why don't y'all just release DeAndre Jordan? He's a bum. He's a straight bum. Trevor Ariza is a bum. Bunch of old has Dwight Howard a bum. He can't even score 10 points. And I don't want to hear about that age stuff. You 7 feet, you can't score 10 points. This team is garbage, man. And I'm going to keep telling the truth. Why don't we want to hear the truth, man? Talk to me. They're not going nowhere, man. They're not. We got fools out here really thinking they're going to win a championship. How can you win a championship if you're in a ninth spot? If the playoffs started today, they'd be able to play in. And then what's going to happen? They get in that 7th, 8th, or 9th spot. It's a play-in a first round with Phoenix or Golden State. You do not want that. You do not want that. Or Memphis. They don't want Memphis either. I see Memphis taking them out. Because Memphis is athletic. They're long. They're big. They got a lot of bigs. They got a lot of shooting. They don't want to face the top 4 teams in the West. They don't want to see Utah. They don't want to see Golden State. They don't want to see Memphis. And I know damn well they don't want to see Utah. Because Utah will get them up out of there in 5 games. So, I mean, come on. They sitting on the bench in Charlotte last night laughing it up. Your team out there, and they was getting blowed out. But don't nobody call LeBron James on none of his nonsense. AD is soft as a baby's ass. We do not want, people don't want to hear the truth, man. Y'all don't want to hear it. There are 2 games under 500, and people are still saying that he's won the championship. They can win a championship. I mean, what are you smoking? Pass me some of that weed if you think the Lakers are going to win a championship. You guys are hallucinal, man. It's sad, man. It's very sad that the state of this team is in. All you do is make a bunch of excuses. And let's just face it. LeBron James' tenure with the Lakers has been nothing but a failure. Outside of that one championship, what has he done for the Lakers? What, sit on the bench? He's been hurt more than he's played with the Lakers. Done absolutely nothing. Done nothing. What bubble championship? Which some NBA veterans don't even respect. And the Lakers traded the young talent. They traded everything away for what? A Walt Disney sweater championship. I know it hurts, but I got to tell you the truth. His tenure with the Lakers has been a failure because they've done nothing. Outside of that championship, what have they really done? They've done absolutely nothing. And it's reports that he might be thinking about going back to Cleveland. What do you want to go back for? I don't think Cleveland want him. A 38-year-old player that's in his 20th year? What can he do for Cleveland? They better build. They got a good foundation. They got a lot of good young players. They don't need LeBron James. I wouldn't even want him. But I want a guy to keep quitting on me. Come on, man. Come on, man. But you want a guy that quit on you. It's just like it's that X that LGBT type of vacuum. That, it's just sad, man. It's very, very sad that we just can't be honest. We can never just be honest, can we? Why we can't be honest? Why you guys don't like to hear the truth? I don't understand it, man. I don't understand. Why don't you want to hear the truth? Want somebody to be real with you? You got fools out here. Let that sink in. 2 games under 500, and people still think the Lakers are going to win the championship. How sad that these fans are in denial. Anthony Davis going to keep getting hurt. There's this old saying that I would trade Anthony Davis and see what can you get in the market for him. If you get something is better than nothing at this point. Because he cannot play. He's a great player. But half the time he hasn't played, pretty much half of the season has been on the bench. What is that doing for you when you're trying to make the playoffs? There's this old saying that a living dog is better than a dead lion. I mean, I'd rather have somebody available than somebody that's always unavailable. That, yeah, he's a lion when he's healthy. What good is that lion if he's not producing? And that's what the Lakers got. They got a situation. They are a mess. But yet people want to get mad at me for just telling the truth. Dudes say that, man, you should talk about something else. I talk about what the hell I want to talk about. Because we don't want to talk about nobody else. I make a video about anybody else. Don't nobody want to talk. I would like to talk about other teams, but this is the only team people want to respond to. Lakers get all the national TV games, and they're 2 games under 500. LeBron has failed the Los Angeles Lakers. He has failed them. Failed. We can nickname it all you want. The first year didn't make the playoffs. Won the championship the second year, and the third year, ousted by Phoenix. So, what do they do from here, man? 24 and 26, 9th in the Western Conference. What do? You're going to keep making excuses, or you're going to make a trade or do something? Because obviously, nobody wants Russell Westbrook, even though he had a phenomenal game last night. But he's too erratic. You don't know when he's going to make silly turnovers. And last night showed that I don't think Russell Westbrook is a bad player. He just doesn't fit what the Lakers need. Because basically, AD, Bron, and Russ are ball dominant. You know LeBron is ball dominant. You know Russ is ball dominant. AD is ball dominant. Nobody can play off the ball. And that's where they're struggling at. Because they all really not really shooters. They go to the basket. I mean, I just think this whole thing is just a disaster. It has just been a disaster. It's really painful to watch. I'll be honest with you, I treat the Lakers Like they're like my Martin. They're like my Living Single. They're like my Family Matters. They're like my Good Times. Sometimes I just watch them to get a good laugh. I get them. I watch them to get a good laugh because I know at the end of the day they're a joke. This team is a fucking joke, and anybody can sugarcoat it all you want. I ain't put on. I normally have to screen black, but I ain't gonna do that because you know what? What the hell I'm gonna buy a camera? I'm gonna waste my time for them. Because people don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear it. People just don't like to hear the truth. This team stinks. They stink. I just watched them to get a laugh, man. I just watched them to get a laugh. I just watched, and then what I do, when I watch them, I go on YouTube. As soon as the games, after the games, I love hearing these YouTubers cry. And I ain't calling no name, but this dude be crying. This dude is one dude in particular. I ain't calling his name, but that dude be crying his ass off, man. I just like hearing the excuses people make for Bron, man. Kobe Bryant played with a broken finger and missed no games. What that say? Magic Johnson, he played on the court with HIV. He was HIV positive, played in the Olympics, and came back 1996 HIV positive. He played with AIDS. You know, people were dying of AIDS in the 90s. Did those guys make excuses? Did they make excuses? What excuse Bron got? If Magic can play with AIDS, if Kobe can play with a broken finger, what excuse does LeBron got? Talk to me. What excuse he got to keep missing these games? They need him. And he keep missing his games, they're going to keep losing. Then pretty soon, they're going to be out of the playoffs. And if he been here, 4 seasons? And if they miss the playoffs twice, you know how much a hit of a legacy that would be on him? I'm gone, y'all. I just had to make a video about this that it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That's it. That's all. Deuces.